What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope everyone's having a good night. This is a special edition of Guillens World. I don't have Ozzie Sr. with myself. I don't have Oni. Ozzie just went straight home, talked on the phone, talked to Oni as well before I went on and did this special edition of it. Again, we tweet from our account jointly, and we all have access to it. So, but regardless of that, a lot of great games going on. We had awesome parlays. Game one of the Chicago White Sox. C's amazing job. He did a great job. Hit the over on the 8 strikeouts, I believe. And then we just did awesome. Second game, again, I wish it would have been a different result. But again, we're not here today to talk about that specifically. We're here to talk about, a player by the name of Tim Anderson. Probably one of the greatest shortstops currently playing in Major League Baseball, probably the best player on the Chicago White Sox day in and day out, who has been struggling on defensively this year. And again, the team has not been doing as great as everyone marketed it to be. Made some very strong comments about now former manager of the Chicago White Sox, now host of the pre and post game show, co-host with Chuck Garfien. I don't even know if he gets a side host. I don't know what the specific title is that they give him these days, but NBC. So after the game, he made an observation that was one that was very alive on Twitter, okay, of why a player wasn't playing, double headers. And again, when you're outside, you have these opinions because, you're not in there. You don't know if someone's hurting or, what the situation is, but he made an opinion on, just like everyone was thinking, that you would think that someone of that age would play a double header, and followed up by saying, he wishes that he was Tim Anderson many times because of the talent that the young man has. And it was replied by another Twitter of the player basically saying, shut the fuck up to Ozzie. And obviously everyone was expecting probably fireworks because, what would be said from Ozzie, from pretty much anyone in our family, because again, I think it's different. I think it might be a little different story if you say it face to face, but again, it's social media. Here's the reality of it, okay? The part that's frustrating is that everyone obviously knows the history of the organization and Twitter and whatnot. We don't have to go revisit that, but it was a time where everything was controlled and whatnot. And not to have a player write this, and the same thing happened last year in another situation, not with Ozzie, but with another situation, of going on social media and players kind of putting their feelings out there. It's a double-edged sword. We have access to them, but you could actually see the pain. In reality, it's not a big deal, okay? And this is why it's not a big deal. Ozzie needs to be a big boy and kind of just take what was said. Again, if it was said to him face to face, I would expect one reaction from a guy from Venezuela, a very hard part of Venezuela. I think people forget that because they see the suit. And know that, the players are just showing frustration. Okay, if Ozzie was a skipper, that might be a little different story. The media might have a little bit more to write about that. But the reality is this, people get sensitive. They have, soft skin. I know that I've been one to blame that in the past, again, of replying or saying something. So I can't judge them on the words used. But again, I think it tells a lot about the player, okay, and the person and the character, because number one, you see him, you see a moment when someone can get tough. And I've been critiquing them that they're fake tough, meaning marketing tough. Had a situation with Donaldson. Now you're on Twitter. So again, it opens all that up of like, what's the real character there? But no hard feelings from our end, meaning people just texting me and tweeting me and asking me, not at all. Keep rooting for him, hoping that he doesn't make more errors, hoping that they deliver what the talent that they have, and nothing but the best. I'll probably go pray for Tim, and his family when I go up and hit and go to bed. Again, it's a time, it's passionate, I had something to say. And again, people have an opinion about Ozzie. I had an opinion about Ozzie. It is what it is. He keeps, he says what's in his mind, and he brings it. And he comes from a different time, man. He comes from a time when you could say things to players and players took it. Was it a little bit tough? Maybe. Did it work back then? He's got a ring. Not many guys have one. It worked for him. Does it work now? I think with the right group, it does. The wrong group, I think it could be a complete meltdown. Again, that's up to anyone's opinion. But wished him the best, organization the best. Nothing but awesome things to him. I don't think that, you know, if somebody else had said that, close relationship with, very close relationship, I think that he might be more in pain for it, meaning by that. But from our end, it is what it is, but it obviously made for a great, it's probably gonna make for a great snippets and people talking about it and bringing it up. Again, if you always want to hear us break down information, stories, what we think, what we don't think, we always say this before any show. It's never personal. It's just baseball. Okay. Just because a comment is made about someone in the baseball field or the way they're performing, it's not how we feel about them in the personal world. Totally different. And again, it's very hard when anyone's covering a game and doing it like that, especially for Ozzie, who's not doing it like we are here, just kind of, you know, rogue and doing our own thing. He is on NBC. He is doing pre and post game show. It is official. And again, not him, Chuck, the team. It's going to be a good one for tomorrow. You guys got to check it out. Ozzie, I know, is going to be live. Okay, he is going to be live on 670 The Score, and he's going to be covering probably this topic because you're going to ask him. So again, any thoughts, comments, questions on what you think about all this? Let us know. Hit the comment box. Subscribe. What can you say? Hopefully gets a good night's sleep. Hopefully comes back 100%. Hopefully if he learns from it, great. If he doesn't, great. Nothing but the best. Wish him an amazing career and amazing the rest of the season. That's where you're at. Literally cannot wish harm upon anyone that's away because of a comment. You know, STUF, as it, shut the fuck up. I don't even know how to spell it, but let us know. We'll check it out tomorrow. Drop the parlays. Keep watching us here on Guillens World.